healthcare expansion.
If someone requires critical care, urgent care, they should seek it and they should have confidence that they will get it.
New beds coming soon at a local hospital as patients endure long waits. Calgary's housing market slows down. The factors that are making it better for buyers. And kids and screen time.
This policy, what's new is it takes a real system-wide approach.
The report calls for more engagement in the real world.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Ian White.
Good afternoon. New hospital beds are coming to the Peter Lougheed Centre amidst a chaotic stretch that has healthcare workers calling for emergency provincial help. Tim Brooke is at the hospital tonight and he joins us with details. And Tim, a new wing will be opening there soon.
That's right, Ian. In total, 97 new patient beds, including 28 emergency spaces, are on the way to the Peter Lougheed Centre. Very good news for patients here. The province actually says right now it's, quote, aggressively recruiting workers to staff some of those beds. So a lot of optimism around that announcement as today AHS took over the keys. The tough news here is we don't actually expect this wing to open for at least another month. And that's a tough news for our struggling system, which doctors tell us is still underwater. Here at the PLC, we're seeing emergency room wait times exceed 4.5 hours, and doctors tell us that immediate help is needed. The province says it's working on capacity long-term, like this announcement, and then short-term, it's focused on organization and triage.
It's a matrix. It's a number of different solutions that we're working on to free up capacity and build capacity and get more out of our capacity. And that's what we work on every day with Acute Care Alberta and our service providers like AHS and Covenant. If someone requires critical care, urgent care, they should seek it and they should have confidence that they will get it.
Now, we couldn't get a question into the Premier today, but we did hear from opposition leader Naheed Nenshi. He says he believes it's time Alberta returns to a centralized command in our healthcare system. He would also like to see extended urgent care hours. But Ian, above all else, Nenshi says it's time to reconvene the legislature a couple of weeks early because he believes the health system is in such dire need that it's time politicians get together, chat about the issue, and chat about some potential fixes.
Tim, thanks very much. A Calgary father is facing a child abduction charge more than 2 years after police say he fled the country with his son. The investigation spanned multiple continents and involved international police agencies. The case began in December of 2023 when 62-year-old Mohammed Zia-ur-Rahman allegedly took his then 5-year-old son from Calgary without permission. Investigators say he traveled to Montreal before leaving Canada for Turkey and cutting off contact with the child's mother. Evidence later showed the abduction was planned and included buying property overseas, obtaining new passports, and using forged documents. For more than 2 years, with the help of international partners, police tracked the pair through multiple countries. Last month, the man and child were located at an airport in Mauritius, an island east of Madagascar.
The boy is doing quite well. Obviously, when he first was reunited with mom, back in Mauritius, it was very difficult. It was the first time he saw his mom in over 2 years. I did meet them at the airport when they arrived in Calgary, and he is doing quite well. And he's been reacquainted with his siblings, his family, and is registered back in school.
Mohammed Zia-ur-Rahman has been charged with parental child abduction and was extradited back to Calgary. He's in custody and is scheduled to appear in court tomorrow. And Calgary police are investigating a series of extortion-related crimes targeting members of the South Asian community. Officers say there have been 12 reported extortion attempts since July. Of those, 9 involved the shootings of homes, businesses, or vehicles. There have been no injuries reported. Investigators say victims have received threats via WhatsApp and international calls. Police say it's important to not engage with threats or demands, to document everything, and to never send money or share personal information. The second man charged in the brutal beating of a city bus driver has pleaded guilty to aggravated assault. 22-year-old Daryl Flett also pleaded guilty to breaching a release order. Yesterday, 20-year-old Curtis Spence pleaded guilty to the lesser charge of robbery. Both men are scheduled to be sentenced in May. The transit union says the bus driver continues to recover after he was stabbed and beaten with a pipe in northeast Calgary in May of last year. A skier made it out uninjured after getting caught in an avalanche in Lake Louise today. Parks Canada says the skier was just outside the ski area boundary and triggered the avalanche. It was rated as a 2 on a scale of 5, which Avalanche Canada says is about the size of a football field. The skier was carried to the bottom, buried to their waist, and lost their skis, but was not injured. The recent warmer weather has led to an unstable snowpack, and anyone in the backcountry is advised to be careful. That is spectacular video indeed. You have to be careful out there. Okay, it's going to cool off pretty soon.
Yeah, cold front is about to move through. It's going to create a lot of wind for us, and then it's going to open the gates for a cooler air mass to move in and stay in for a significant amount of time. So get the parka ready. You're going to need it. I know we haven't needed it for quite a long time. We had record-breaking heat last week. All right, today's high was 2. It's also where we are currently sitting at the airport right now, temperature-wise. The winds are calm at the moment, as you can see, just 9 kilometers per hour. But earlier today, they were gusting closer to 70 kilometers per hour. We're going to be back to that 70 kilometer per hour mark tonight in the city. And for areas east of the city, looking at 90 kilometer per hour gusts. There are warnings happening there. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But key thing is tonight, very gusty. And then tomorrow, the winds will start to ease throughout the day. So we're looking at 40 kilometer per hour gusts for tomorrow. And again, we are looking at temperatures really starting to cool down after tomorrow as well. I'll show you that coming up, Ian.
Thanks, Danielle. The surge in demand for Calgary homes is leveling out, according to the Calgary Real Estate Board. Stephanie Thomas joins us live. And Stephanie, experts say things are getting back to normal.
Ian, economists are forecasting the rest of 2026 will continue to see conditions that are beneficial to both buyers and sellers. Now, at the tail end of the pandemic, we saw Calgary having a surge in demand for homes. Interprovincial migration from more expensive cities like Vancouver and Toronto surged until 2024 and slowed down to the end of last year. Yet, Calgary and Edmonton continue to see population growth just at a slower pace. And new builds are also slowing down for single detached homes, and that's also cooling any oversupply concerns.
Stability is a good place to be in. I mean, we have to remember 3 years of seller market conditions is very difficult. It's not typical to have like double-digit price growth for that long. So I think moving into a stable place provides much more opportunity for both buyers and sellers.
Now, she adds there are still 26,000 housing units that are still under construction. So when those are completed, that will affect Calgary's supply situation. And also a note, Ian, that the benchmark price for a single detached house in Calgary is still at about $750,000.
All right, Stephanie, thanks so much. The recall petition against Alberta's education minister has come up short. Jenny Yeremy brought a box of the signatures to the Elections Alberta office in Edmonton this afternoon. She says around 6,500 were collected. That's well short of the 16,000 signatures needed to force a recall vote in Dimitrios Nicolaitis' Calgary riding. Still, the petition organizer believes her initiative was a success.
It tells me that people do care, and this is a growing initiative, and obviously not just in both.
This petition was the first of 26 recall campaigns against MLAs, with all but 2 targeting the UCP. The next deadline is February 3rd for Airdrie East MLA Angela Pitts. Meanwhile, Dimitrios Nicolaitis and a group of 10 other hikers have reached the summit of Africa's highest peak. The group summited Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania as part of a fundraising effort called Melanie's Ascent in honor of of Nikolaitis' murdered sister. It took the group 8 days to reach the peak at more than 19,000 feet above sea level. They also reached their fundraising target of $300,000 for Fear is Not Love to help women facing domestic abuse. 40-year-old Melanie Nikolaitis was killed by her estranged husband outside a Calgary school 2 years ago. It's a landmark study on kids and screen time, and an expert from the University of Calgary was involved in it. Still ahead, recommendations from the American Academy of Pediatrics on how much younger kids and teens should spend on screens. And Calgary fire crews respond to an abandoned home on fire today. An abandoned house caught fire today in the southeast community of Radisson Heights. Around 2 this afternoon, fire crews were called to the house on 16th Avenue. Firefighters were focused on the smoke pouring out of the roof. Holes were cut so they could pour water into the house to get the flames under control. It's not clear how the fire started. Okay, we have an honest-to-goodness cold front moving in, right?
We do. It's a good one, and it's going to change our game. I mean, from record-breaking warmth last week to mild temperatures right now. And then as this cold front swipes through tonight, well, first of all, with a cold front, it's going to spark up some wind, some squall-like conditions off to the east of the city. And then on top of that, it's going to bring in a cooler air mass that's going to stick around. It's going to get a little comfy here. So you need the big coat for a while, which is unusual for us almost because it's been so warm. We're above freezing right now. Our high was 2 in the city today. We're at 1 right now. We were at 1 just a short while ago in Lethbridge, but now dipped down to -4. It's -5 in Medicine Hat, -3 in Milk River. This is a look at the gusts out there today. So the gustier spot was certainly along the QE2 Red Deer down to Calgary with gusts in the 70s. And then we got just over 50 in the Brooks area. So we're looking at getting back to 70 tonight in the city, and further off to the east, 90-kilometer-per-hour gusts are certainly possible, especially tonight and through really early tomorrow morning. So here's a look at that. This is tonight. 90, Drumheller down through Brooks, Medicine Hat. Basically, the closer you are to the Saskatchewan border, the more likely you are to see stronger gusts. And 74, Calgary tonight, 64 at Lethbridge. So wind warnings are in place all along the Saskatchewan border because of this. So foremost, Medicine Hat, Brooks, Hanna, Oyen, 90-kilometer-per-hour gusts, but also in this corridor here from basically Medicine Hat up to Oyen, we have the potential of getting squall-like conditions because this will also be combined with some snow in some isolated areas. I'll show you that in the future cast. So here's the system. Cold front will be moving through, and with a cold front, that one that's strong, such as this one, it typically kicks off some very strong wind gusts. So that's what we're looking at. So you can see the striation in the cloud cover here, these bands. You can see these bands of snow as well. So isolated, but where it does arrive for tonight, it could create zero visibility out there on the roads. So tricky driving conditions in some isolated spots closer to the Saskatchewan border, closer to Medicine Hat area and east of Brooks for tonight. Hanna, Oyen, that risk is there as well. And then this is out by about 5:36 in the morning, and then the winds will start to ease as well. But the cold will settle. I'm showing you this again because the temperatures were wrong the last time I showed you. -8 in the morning, -3 is our high. So we're looking at a stretch now where our daytime high will not get above that freezing mark. All right, here's your longer range forecast. -3 is our high for tomorrow. Winds easing to 40 kilometers per hour throughout the day tomorrow. And then -13 is our high for Thursday, -12 for Friday. So be prepared for some minus double-digit highs. And Friday night, we have the chance of about 1 centimeter of snow.
The American Academy of Pediatrics has released a new policy statement about screen time for children. The new policy indicates kids need more real-world interactions in early childhood. Screen time impacts sleep, language, and social skills and leads to more angry outbursts. It found school-age kids with too much screen time lose attention faster, struggle in school, and are at higher risk of weight gain. Teenagers with too much screen time can face higher levels of depression or anxiety. The American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry recommends screen time for kids aged 6 to 15 be less than 2 hours a day. The U of C's Sherry Madigan was the only Canadian researcher involved in creating the policy.
So previous guidance largely focused on how much screen time kids should have and what parents should do. And this policy, what's new is it takes a real system-wide approach and recognizes that kids' digital lives are really shaped not just by families, but by schools, by industry design choices, and by public policy as well.
The policy suggests thinking carefully before handing your child their first phone. Model healthy digital habits, add parental controls, and carve out free screen time for the entire, or screen-free time rather, for the entire family. Well, remember the Jersey Shore, the show that made gym, tan, laundry a thing? Now it's coming to Canada. Still ahead, the lone Calgary on Canada Shore tells us about a very hot summer in Kelowna. Very challenging day on the stock markets. Joining me is Robert Geary, investment advisor with Popowich Carmali Advisory Group. And Rob, lots of red on the markets today.
Yeah, it was an interesting one, and there's a confluence of events happening here. We had obviously Trump's commentary and pressure back on we'll call it the tariff tantrum with the EU. That didn't help. We're playing a catch-up trade from yesterday in the U.S. too on that commentary on overtaking Greenland in the middle of all this. And so that exacerbated it. But the big one that I was looking at here was the sell-off in Japanese bonds, and they're calling a snap election, and the new government potentially pushing for a lot more fiscal stimulus into their market, and that pushed a massive global bond sell-off that reverberated back into North American bonds as well. And so that pushed yields up, especially in the U.S. side of the market, which created a little bit more of a sell-off trade, especially in the riskier assets.
Meantime, there's a development in the Netflix offer to buy out Warner Brothers.
This is an ongoing saga, and I'm watching the stock market, the stock itself on Netflix here has been kind of hammered over the last 6 weeks, and it's gone below the collar level that they had originally set their deal at, which was cash and stock. And so now with that volatility in the stock price, they're going back to just a cash deal to try and incentivize voters, which would push this vote up to April to try and get this done. And they're obviously fighting Paramount for this kind of tooth and nail. So it's going to be an interesting battle. Probably not the last time we're going to be talking about it.
Interesting to watch. Thanks very much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
A report from the University of Calgary is warning about the global market for Canadian canola exports. The report found Canada is over-reliant on China and the United States as markets for our canola. Following Canada's agreement with the Chinese government, China and the U.S. will account for 90% of our canola exports, and options to send the crop elsewhere are limited. Most canola in Canada is genetically modified, and the European Union has restrictions on genetically modified crops. The report also says other countries have limited infrastructure to turn the crop into oil. The first shipment of Canadian beef to China in more than 4 years is being prepared. Canada's agriculture minister says China is moving quickly after Ottawa struck a deal with Beijing to reduce tariffs. Heath McDonald says he's aware of a Canadian company shipping its first load of beef to China next week. China banned Canadian beef in late 2021 after an atypical case of BSE, also known as mad cow disease, was found on an Alberta farm. Construction is complete on the expansion at the Peter Lougheed Centre. Here's Tara Nelson with a look ahead to CTV News at 6.
Hi, Ian. Alberta's minister responsible for hospitals says the expansion creates space for 97 new patient beds, but it will take at least a month before they are all open. Coming up at 6, the Alberta Medical Association weighs in on how much of a difference these beds will make. Also ahead, a milestone for local nonprofit Cochrane Home Treasures. We'll tell you how it raised $1 million to put back into the community. Ian.
Thanks, Tara. Is Kelowna Canada's version of the Jersey Shore? According to the producers of this new reality show, it is Canada Shore, based in the Okanagan, debuts on Paramount Plus. And joining us are two cast members of Canada Shore, Isaiah, who's from Calgary, and Riley, who is from Nova Scotia. It's great to see you guys.
It's great to see you.
Hey, how's it going?
Just great, thanks. So why did you guys want to be involved in this show?
I don't know. I thought it would just be a good opportunity, you know, get my face out there, maybe help me get opportunities after the show, and just, I don't know, I thought it would be fun, good experience, you know.
It fit my personality pretty much to the point, so like it just always made sense to do it, to be fair. And yeah, of course, the opportunities and stuff, that's obviously a great part too.
Yeah, facts.
Now, Riley, all you guys were together in one house, a lakefront home in Canola last summer. Tell us what that house is like.
The house was incredible. Like the whole place was absolutely stunning. I don't think I've even seen a spot like that in my entire life. So living there for a month was a bit mind-boggling, I can't lie.
And not only is it lakefront, but it's got the pool. It's got, here we see video of you walking in for the very first time.
Yes.
I mean, you must be amazed at this moment, right?
Oh, it was insane. I didn't even know what to do with myself. I was just freaking out about the fact that I was there, and I was the first one there, so that was a bit insane because I was just kind of walking around myself, seeing all of this house.
Yeah, first one is crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even know what to do with myself.
Canada Shore begins streaming Thursday on Paramount Plus. To see my extended interview with Isaiah and Riley, visit ctvnewscalgary.ca. We knew the unusually warm winter weather had to end eventually, and it will overnight. Right now in Calgary, it is +1. Danielle has the details just ahead. Some stunning images of the Northern Lights from last night. Pilot Matt Melnick took these photos from 37,000 feet. He says it was the most incredible display he's seen in his 20 years of flying. And this is what it looked like at the Lake Louise Resort early this morning, which was the best time for viewing in our area because of last night's cloud cover. So that was last night. We're moving on to tonight. And if you want an opportunity to see the Northern Lights, you'll have to bundle up a bit. Yeah, and you'll have to contend with some winds. So we're looking at gusty conditions tonight in Calgary, especially areas off to the east. And, you know, 70 kilometer per hour gusts, certainly the thing, and mainly cloudy skies, but there will be some clear breaks. And they're already reporting sightings of the Aurora Borealis in Ontario. And our, Calgary resident expert on Aurora Borealis, Chris Ratzlaff, says we have a chance of seeing it tonight too. So worth a chance, worth a check. Anyway, all right, today's high was 2. And it's 1 right now at the airport, but look at this cool down. -3 Wednesday, -13 Thursday, -12 on Friday. So we are looking at much cooler temperatures to come over these next few days. But we're prepared for it. Right, thank you, and thanks for joining us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.